Hey y'all, here's some badass news from your friends here at ADHD Podcast. Have you ever wanted to up your coat or style game? Have you ever wanted to feel as cool as some of your favorite fictional characters? Look no further and check out Volante Design, an American-based company from Massachusetts. They create some amazing jackets, vests, shirts, and other fun accessories. They have some amazing original pieces that might be inspired by some of your favorite fandoms, and some fun licensed products from Mass Effect, Star Trek, and Devil May Cry. Check them out at their website, volantedesign.us, or on any of their social media pages at Volante Design. Now, I know they can be a bit pricey, but they are 100% worth it. And with your friends here at ADHD Podcast, you can get 10% off with our affiliate code. Our code is ADHDPOD. Link in the show notes below. Check them out and get some badass pieces for your wardrobe. See y'all soon.
Thank you once again for tuning in to another great episode of the ADHD Podcast.
I am your host, Steve.
I'm your other host, Rob.
And we actually have our research and development in the background today for once. Woo! It's not just the two of us, which is weird.
We're very appreciative for our wives and our partners putting up with our bullshit.
100%.
Right? It's great.
Mother damn it.
Yeah, there it is. We're going to make a shirt for that at some point soon. Maybe when I pick up my pencil again and actually draw my face too, we can actually make fandom shirts. But
yeah, no, I've been
on the Slack train.
I haven't been wanting to
no, you can
push you on that too much because I know that we're both just kind of burnt out at the moment from
life
works. But yeah, no, I would like that before the end of the year.
Yeah, no, we're going to get on that. But let's skip away from that and let's go right into this episode of ADHD, where we're going to talk all things Cuphead, the animated show, the video game, the whole thing.
Yep, and we're going to, hopefully towards the end, compare and contrast how the show and the game kind of work hand in hand and how they're both just beautiful together, but they are their own things, which I think is absolutely wonderful.
That video game, man,
oh my God.
Way too hard. How many people rage quit on that first level? I know I did.
I made it to the first plane level, and we'll get into kind of plot.
I got to the plane level eventually, but I definitely was almost that 12-year-old kid who wants to throw their controller at the ground. I was there.
Oh, I almost broke a controller the first time I played this game, and
I'm sure a lot of you guys did too, who know what Cuphead is.
Yeah, no, it was it was definitely rage inducing when I re-picked up the game. It took me, I want to say 45 minutes just to beat the first level.
You don't want to know how long it took me to beat the first level.
But that was, by the time I beat it, I freaking perfect the level. I didn't get touched. I got all the coins and I was just I am done with this shit. Fuck you.
Especially at that point, you finally get through and you're wait, there's more game after this? There's more?
Oh no, I knew there was more game. No,
I'm saying my perspective. I'm saying this is the first level, and this is extremely difficult.
Oh, honey, baby child, you are so cute.
Oh, I know, but this isn't my kind of game. You know me. I'm sitting there playing Madden or 2K. These are not traditionally my kind of games.
Oh, see,
but I had to try this one because of the animation style. It was so much fun, and that old rubber hose style that originally called to me, and I was okay, I gotta give it a shot.
That's what originally drew me to the game, and then when I started playing it, I was I forgot how much I hated platformers and how much I hated boss rush mode because it was just it broke me spiritually for a little while. Anyway, let's actually get into talking about what the plot of the game is, what the type of the game is, and we'll like you can talk about the animation because I know that I gave you this lovely book called The Animation or the
Art of Cuphead.
The Art of Cuphead.
Is the whole art book, all the concepts for the original game.
Oh, it's such a beautiful book to just kind of like flip through.
It's such a well curated collection of stuff too, like all the blue pencil and red pencil sketches of the characters, trying to get those all going. Definitely inspired by that those early 20 to 40s Disney and rubber hose style of animation. Really kind of out there, bouncy personalities between the two of them in terms of just their dynamic movement. It's just again really awesome to see that kind of traditional stuff making its way back into the modern world, and how many people are just sucked into this from an animation standpoint.
So, Cuphead, the video game, first came out in 2017 by Studio MDHR, and it was, as we keep kind of like talking around, this beautiful game of a side scroller that it looked like the old school cartoons. It really drew in everything, and I think, and you can tell me if this is right, it's all hand drawn, right?
Yeah, all of it is hand drawn, then scanned back in.
And it's just this very beautiful looking game, and it's happy go lucky looking. It really draws you in, and once you start playing, it's this kind of, you have these
impossible game.
Yeah, you have these different levels that you're either just doing, hey, I'm facing off against a boss, I'm doing a side scroller level, or once again you're facing off against a boss in a biplane. Those are the only three types of levels that you're going to be dealing with. Or no, there's a fourth type of level, but we'll get into that in a little bit. And it's from level 1, once you get out of the tutorial, it just, kicks you square in the keister.
Wow. The cleanest take you've ever had with kicks your keister. But no, it really does.
I can make it worse for editing
No.
We're
good. The other art aspect I'll talk about is just like the jazz influence that it has, because like all that old-timey jazz kind of stuff.
The music is just, chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss, right? I still think even in the game, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, when they bring out King Dice, is it still that kind of jazzy feel like he gets in the show?
Yeah, no,
yeah, it's still that very much that like
he looks exactly like you see him in the show, and with his song when you're in the dice house, because that kind of gets you from each part of the each progresses you to each part of the islands. So you've got like Inkwell Island 1, Inkwell Island 2, and Inkwell Island 3 that you'll kind of go through, and once you've collected everything at each spot, you'll be able to move on by going to talk to King Dice. And the music that he has in there, when you hear the vocals come up, is supposed to be him singing. That sounds just like Louis Armstrong. So you got that like, I'm Mr. King Dice. And it is just, it is so much fun. I absolutely love it. But the plot of the game, let's get into that real quick.
Right.
Is it's based around two brothers, Cuphead and Mugman, and you get to choose who you want to play as. You're either playing as the main character Cuphead or the Luigi character of Mugman. It's essentially what it is, and
I mean, yeah,
because it's not just like a color swap. It's like they're two different looking characters.
Yeah, and they're different personalities too. Really.
Yeah. So
even in the game too. Like I know I keep thinking more about the show aspect than I do the game, but there's definitely personality difference there.
Oh yeah, no, though there is, and it's phenomenal to see kind of like how they interact with everything, and like their victory animations. They have different ones for the two of them. That the two of them go into a casino that is run by the devil, and Cuphead is just on a hot streak playing craps, and the devil comes up and says, "Hey, double or nothing, you could win everything." And he rolls, gets snake eyes, and the devil's like, "Haha, I take your soul now." and that's the beginning of the game where Cuphead and Mugman are just like, no, how can we not have Cuphead's soul taken away? And the devil says, all right, cool. I have a
soul contract.
soul contract of all of these people who owe me their souls. I need you. You have 24 hours to go out and collect all of these and bring them back to me. Otherwise, the deal is off and I take your soul. So that's the beginning of the game.
Right. I like all the like traditional values that they put in there with like gambling temptations. Like they really try and make these characters fall into the traps with the devil too throughout the game.
Oh yeah. And it's kind of like that Pinocchio vibe with it, where it's like, I'm not gonna listen to my dad. Hardy har har. Oh no, something bad happened. Now I need to figure out a way to get out of it.
Yeah, right.
So you progress through the game, you do all of these, you start collecting souls, and it kind of works your way and it gets harder and harder, even though it's, damn near impossible when you first start up this stuff.
Dude, the big baddies in the game too
they're so cool looking.
They're so much fun. There's so much unique perspective that they throw on there, whether it's, and I know I'm gonna butcher the names, but the veggie patch, like the carrot, like they're way overpowered in the game. It's like ridiculous how overpowered they are. Then you get the
all of them,
level.
even just the blue slime at the beginning, because like,
oh my god,
anytime
the ooze,
when you see you see a little like blue ooze, it looks like a slime from Dragon Quest, and you're just like, okay, this shouldn't be too hard. I died like 50 times trying to beat that thing, and I was like, what the actual hell?
Yeah, Goopy Legrand.
And they all have such great names, and like each level has their own like musical style. It's all, oh my god,
it's so
beautiful. Like this game is just beautiful to watch. If you can find like a streamer or like a let's player to like watch these, I know personally, and we're not getting any money from any of these people or even getting a shout out from any of these people. I loved watching Markiplier and Jacksepticeye play these because it was so funny to just watch them
like try and figure this out, and you're just
try to figure it out, and you're like, oh, I can do this better. And then when you play the game, you're like, oh no, I'm worse than them. And so they were messing up a lot.
You know what level I really mess up on is when you get Hildeberg and you get the Zeppelins, where you have to go start flying through everything in the run and gun style. Like, impossible, especially with like just how much is moving in the screen at one point, and how much you have to dodge, and how much you have to do your run and gun for this level. And make your way through. Like
it's straight like because this is a genre of game. It's straight a bullet hell. Where it's like there's just everything on the screen, and if you can't focus, like if you have ADHD, like we do.
What? We do?
Yes. And it's just hard to focus on what's going on and be like, okay, I understand this pattern. The pattern switches. I don't understand this anymore. What is going on?
I don't like any of this anymore.
You're just like, oh, this is fun. Pattern changes. I don't like this. This is not a part of what my normal thing. My tism is not helping me.
The tism is not helping here.
The tism is real.
Usually we're pretty good with pattern recognition. Not here. No. No.
So that's kind of like the genre and the plot, and we'll just talk a little bit more about the game and the animation, because like it really is just everything about it is just so lovingly crafted.
There's so many.
You can see that from just the beginning opening screen, how it looks like every single, when you would see like the old Looney Tunes like beginnings, so where you'd see like and have like the name and like everything, like it always had the grainy effect. It was so beautiful.
All the homages, all the attention to detail, like you're saying, really sets this game apart. That's why it's still significant. That's why I got it spin off. But like
that's why I got DLC like almost 5 years after it came out.
And I'm sitting here laughing because we're sitting here talking about, these like big baddies. We're only in the first world with these two baddies.
Yeah,
with the first two or three baddies we talked about.
There's so many fun like baddies that pop up later on, where you have like the pirate and
Baroness von Bon Bon.
oh my god, the candy one.
You mean Princess Candy, basically?
Yeah,
The Candy Princess.
Princess Candy. If she just like hated you,
Right.
And it's so beautiful. Like it's
the
hard.
pirate too. The pirate too. Captain Briny or
oh god,
Briny Beard.
Briny Beard. Yeah. And like with that, where it's like it pops up, and then you have like the Kraken that pops up later on as like a boss to go with along with it. There's just so many fun little things that pop up that it's awesome. It really is. And for our listeners out there, if you have the time to sit down to play this game and have the mental fortitude to get through these bullet hells, to get through these boss rushes, to get through these run and guns, do it. Oh my god.
You can play it on Windows, you can play it on a Mac OS, you can play it on the Switch, you can play it on PlayStation, you can play it on Xbox One.
You can play it on almost anything.
No excuse.
Like it's on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, you name it, it's there.
And it's really almost young, relatively speaking. It
Yeah.
only came out 2017. It's only 7 years old, which I know is like, wow, kind of crazy to think about for us, but it's really not that old, relatively speaking.
It's relatively speaking, to be honest, it is a little old. It doesn't show in the gameplay. It really doesn't show at all because of how snappy and everything is. But a brand new gaming generation has come since this game came out. Like since this game came out, like you have the PS5 and everything that it came out when, the PS3 was just starting to was winding down and they weren't doing support for it. The PS4 was like really like chugging along. The Nintendo Switch was like, where people loved it, and it's still like the best selling system the second best selling system that Nintendo ever had. The GameCube, I think, beats it out. Not by much, but just by enough. But it's just like, it really is just a game that has so much love, and you can see that in every facet of it, which I think is just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and especially just as we kind of we're still going to talk about the game too, but even in the animation, even in the show as it got adopted into that kind of realm and genre, all that same level of detail and attention came out. Maybe not every single thing matched up beat for beat towards the video game, towards the show, but
there's only so much that you can do,
right, exactly.
when you adapt something in.
Yeah, it's always the limited adaptations, whether it's coming from graphic novel to TV or graphic novel to movie, or in this case, video game to. And you see that a lot with like Five Nights at Freddy's and that kind of stuff. Right?
Yeah. It's like, how do you make a movie about a person sitting behind a security desk looking at monitors just going, nope, not today, animatronics?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's...
And yeah, so I think we've gushed over the game
enough.
Unless there's anything else that you want to talk about, like with the animation, how, like we had said before, it was... all hand drawn and then just scanned in, and you can see the craft in the hand drawings.
No, exactly. It's just like, again, it's beautiful, the homage that and attention to detail that they give to keeping that rubber hose influence, to keeping that very much like we were saying before, the Warner Brothers vibe, where it's kind of zany, poppy, lots of like cartoon violence, and again, that's just always been that time period too. Cartoon violence sold. It was funny, and it's still funny, and it still works in Cuphead in the game, and even when we get into the show,
it works in the show. Like
like that second episode where Mugman loses his handle. Like even that episode is just freaking hilarious. Love that episode. Where you're just like,
or the baby episode.
What's wrong? Oh, the baby. I think that's back to back. Actually,
they are
in the series. Yeah. Oh my god. So going into Cuphead as like a TV show, right? They still adapt with that rubber hose style of animation. That's still 1920s, 1930s kind of style and pop. Again, the premise for the show is that same idea for the most part. Devils come to reap souls. Mugman and Cuphead are at the carnival, which that's a whole funny setup too with Evil. Evil. But
Just remember, every villain is lemons.
every villain is lemon. SpongeBob has taught us this. When we're going into the show, instead of shooting dice to lose his soul to the devil, they're playing soul ball, skee ball.
Yeah, it's skee ball.
And Mugman, again, on a hot streak. He's on a roll.
No, it's Cuphead. Not no, because
shut up. I knew.
Because Mugman.
I said the wrong name.
I understand that, but Mugman really, especially in the show, plays that Luigi character.
Oh my god, that I gotta help my brother.
It's the I have to help my brother, and he's got like that scared vibe to him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he's on this hot streak, and Mugman actually bumps into Cuphead. Cuphead bounces into the loser pole. Devil shows up. Hey, it's time for me to take your soul. Almost gets it, but then Mugman somehow rips it out of the skee ball machine and puts it back in the Cuphead. And the whole rest of the series is basically these two trying to beat their bosses and also run away from the devil at all times.
Yeah, trying to figure out ways that the devil does not get Cuphead's soul. And like you get to see all of the villains that are in the game really fleshed out as fun characters that like episodes are based around, and even some of the characters that are like, you know, only there for all of 2 seconds. Like you look at Elder Kettle and you look at Miss Chalice, that Miss Chalice was only in the video game before the DLC as just helping Cuphead and Mugman get their like superpowers. She was the one that is still a ghost. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, right.
And she's the one that helps with the mausoleum levels. So that's where Miss Chalice was at first. But then in the show, she gets fleshed out into a bigger character. Elder Kettle is just your tutorial, and hey, here's your powers. Go do what you need to do. Come back safe. And in the show, he really is that loving caretaker that you get to see. And
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help redeem you. I'm trying to help make sure that you're on the right track. Make sure this guy ain't taking your soul. Oh my god! And it's so fun. Just all the collaborations that even now, just doing minor research, I didn't even notice before. Like this is animated from Lighthouse Studios, but it's a division between Mercury Filmworks and Cartoon Saloon, which is Irish animation film studio. This is actually based out in Kilkenny, which I didn't even realize at first. So that's kind of fun to notice as we're progressing along here. And the series was revealed at Annecy in 2020. Got a lot of hype because everybody loved the game. They're only on 3 seasons right now.
I don't think that they're going to come out with a 4th.
No, I think that is the vibe too right now. I think because like they're not working on it
since it's been on like hiatus, and season 3 definitely ended on like a good point.
I feel like it ended on a good point. I think that
it's pretty good that like they don't need a season 4 because there are so many shows, because this is on Netflix. But there are so many shows on Netflix that are phenomenal that just get canceled way too early because nobody's watching them, fan backlash, yada, yada, yada. You name it, it's probably been said or done. And there are just all these shows that were left on cliffhangers or just put into limbo that are now just like, yeah, no, it's not coming back anytime soon or at all. While Cuphead was like, you know, put into a good spot to be like, all right, cool. If we want to come back, we can, but I think we're pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And this show won a lot of awards for its adaptation, for being the best adaptation, whether it's from the Game Awards or the Children and Family Emmy Awards. So they have a lot of fun adaptation stuff going on in terms of how they succeeded in doing what the show intended.
I mean, even the video game won and was nominated for a ton of awards back when it came out. And like, I mean, hell, it won for the Game Awards in 2017, like best art direction, best independent game, and best debut in an indie game, and was nominated for a best action game. Like the game and the show itself are critically acclaimed.
Yeah, no, these are definitely top of the top. You know, the guy who brought this back into the world for. Why am I forgetting his name? The guy who created the show for Netflix, created the adaptation. I'm forgetting the guy's name.
It escapes me at the moment.
Because I know Chad and Jared Moldenhauer made the game at Studio MDHR, but I'm trying to Dave Wasson.
Okay, yeah.
But no, they did a wonderful job with their adaptation.
Oh yeah, and like the show, I want to say that like each season's like about 10 episodes long, so it's not like it's a short show. Like, yeah, you'll be able to go through it because the episodes are only 15 minutes apiece, which is once again a nice homage to what cartoons used to be like. You'd be able to get 2 episodes in that half hour.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're about 11 or 12 episodes each, and I know you already touched on this already, but between the Elder Kettle being more involved in this adaptation versus the video game and being more of a caretaker, and Chalice being more involved, especially when season 2 comes around.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like that is always kind of going to be the thing for adaptations. Is it always going to match up 100% to its original source material?
Oh no.
No. But is it close enough? Is it telling the same story for the most part? Yeah. There is like some people that would claim that Cuphead needs a little bit more substance for it in terms of being a like.
But that's exactly
that
what
level of show. But
that's what the game was.
Exactly. It was a run and gun. We're not trying to make a moral out of this.
Yeah, no, it's just trying to be, fun with everything, and having a great time. And when you look also back, they got some like pretty like good names for actors and actresses for the voice acting. Like you had Wayne Brady as King Dice and True Valentino as Cuphead. Like those are some pretty big names out there.
No, absolutely, yeah. And I think one of my favorite episodes, if we're gonna just kind of go into it in that regard, is the second season. It's called Sweet Temptation. It's a Hansel and Gretel play.
Yeah,
but that's where we get Baroness
yes.
Von Bonbon from the game for the first time in the show.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably one of the best episodes in terms of what people are looking for critically, in terms of like having a substantive message of like, hey, morals, how to avoid temptation, how to keep this going on, but it still fit that Cuphead vibe, that Cuphead run and shoot, that Cuphead kind of childness to it.
Yeah. And then like I know that to be honest, one of my favorite episodes is early on, where it's episode 5 of season 1, and that's Roll the Dice, where you get to meet King Dice for the first time.
Oh my God, Wayne Brady from like Whose Line Is It Anyway fame and a bunch of other stuff, but just so much fun.
And seeing him come out as that character that I always wanted more from King Dice from the game, and being able to see him like fully fleshed out, I'm like, oh my God, this is so much fun. And that episode's followed up by Ghosts Ain't Real. That spooky episode is just it's so cute and fun and adorable.
It's so Halloween themed too.
It's great. That. It's absolutely great. And there's just so much like fun things that are in the show that just really pay homage to the game, where you get to see, like we said before, there are a lot of episodes that are based around the villains that you fight and the bosses that you fight, that you get to see them not just as how do we beat them? What's their patterns and everything? You get to like learn about their history, their backstory a little bit, and like what really motivates them. Like episode 3 is based on Ribby and Croak, the two frogs, and that one is just,
it's funny to me.
It is.
That episode's just funny to me. Like that is such a brotherly kind of relationship between the two of them.
And you meet those characters because Mugman and Cuphead only want one thing in that episode, and they want ice cream. They want ice cream so bad that they were willing to try to pay $20 to get onto this ferry boat.
Just for some ice cream.
Just for some ice cream. Because all they got as their allowance was a $5 bill and some pocket lint.
I was getting a look. I wasn't sure. see you. I see you. Sorry.
Okay.
ADD brain went off.
No worries. But yeah, no, they're like the episodes, like there's so much packed into the show that
So much love and attention to the
that
detail
really
for
helps
the
flesh
animation.
out the stuff from the games.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I feel like the show really helped expand more on the animation than that you're able to from the video game. Not that the video game obviously didn't have some like really crazy fun eye popping animations with the rubber hose technique, but I feel like the animated TV show really expanded on just how much you can play around with that, and again, just paying that homage.
Oh yeah, no, and it's exactly what you wanted. So do we want to get into talking a little bit how? I mean, we've kind of been doing it throughout the entire episode, just like how stuff compares and contrasts, like how the plots are similar, but like there are like the
I
changes
feel like
here
we
and
went
there.
through a lot of this too, where it's the plot's
characterizations
different.
of people.
I love this like Brooklynized personality that they give Cuphead and Mugman. Jesus,
Cupman and Mughead. Yeah, no.
I'm losing my mind, but you know what I'm talking about. They give them that like overly tough Brooklyn-y kind of accent.
It's like, hey, yo, what's going on over here? It's like what people think a New Jersey accent is.
Seriously, though, they do.
Yeah. And like you saw that and you're like, yeah, everybody from the 1920s was, from New York and had that Brooklyn accent. Like that just kind of like plops into your brain because like anytime that you see something from like the 1920s, 1930s, it's either out in the Midwest during the Dust Bowl and you're just like, oh, this is actually the Great Depression, or it's based in New York City where it's like, oh, this is the Great Depression?
Question mark?
All right, who put a question mark at the end? Ron Burgundy reads everything that he says in front of him.
I'm questioning the question mark.
But yeah, no, everything, like just seeing it, and it's cool to see some of those characters, like we were saying before.
Who's your favorite for Cuphead? Like in the animated?
In the animated show, being the little brother, I absolutely love Mugman.
Yeah, I'm a Mugman fan too.
I love Mugman because he's
just trying so hard.
He's trying so hard to be his brother, but at the same time be himself because he wants to be as
responsible and smart and kind.
But he wants that like charisma. He wants that like spontaneity that Cuphead has, and he's just like, I'm gonna hide in the closet because I'm scared.
Yes, it's the
Luigi. It really is just like the Luigi
dynamic
complex
between the two brothers. Like it's carried out from the game to the show to whatever comes next for them.
Oh yeah,
it's going
to be honest. I hope that they do like a Cuphead movie.
I would feel like a Cuphead movie would be a lot of fun, but based also on like so challenging to pull
based
off
on the DLC alone, though. Just like hour and a half.
Based off on the
delicious,
back end,
the delicious last course,
right,
the DLC. I think that would be a lot of fun to see as a movie instead of as a season. Because there's only so much that you can do in a DLC that they do add a lot more. And Miss Chalice becomes a playable character, so it'd be cool to see her like take an even bigger role in the movie and call it like, the Cuphead's Big Movie or something like that. Like kind of like how you had Pee-wee's Big Adventure and like things like that. And it would, I think it would be a great way to just put like the icing on the cake, no pun intended.
That would be so much fun to see a full blown production of this in a movie theater.
Oh yeah, and it would be it'd be a great way to, I think, truly like give the chef's kiss to this absolutely wonderful.
And like don't outsource this to other animation studios if they are gonna ever do that. Like
no,
keep
it has
that studio MDHR.
Yeah, it
keep
has
these
to be
same kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
The only studio I could think that would fit into this kind of mold and still fit in would be something like a Titmouse studio that does a lot of like Cartoon Network. A lot of Cartoon Network, Adult Swim shows, but they have such a variety in their portfolio for
Yeah.
animation that I feel like they could jump in and fill the gap in terms of helping them make a feature. But again,
But I don't think like it doesn't need it. I
it
think it would
doesn't
be.
need it. No.
I think it would be like I said, the icing on the cake with this if they could do that. But I don't think that it needs it because the game itself is great. The show itself is phenomenal, and just as two separate entities, you're gonna get exactly what you want if you enjoy that stuff, and if you don't enjoy that stuff, you're still gonna get some enjoyment out of it. If it's just from the idea of rage quitting or watching somebody else rage quit while playing the game, or just
Watching them enjoy the show and having a little
like
bit
seeing
of fun of like
seeing the show and enjoying the stuff from there.
it kind of makes you think back to like the Tom and Jerry kind of cartoons where it was very slapstick, very hokey in terms of like, hey, let's avoid the devil today. Just watch the mayhem unfold. And then this happens. And then this happens. Because of that, this happens.
Yep.
There's a lot of that in Cuphead. And again, go support these official releases. Go download this for your PC or your Mac or your Switch or your whatever you're gaming
system.
on.
Yeah.
And I'm sure most of you, whoever is watching or listening to this, has a Netflix account. You can go watch the show.
And if you don't have a Netflix account,
borrow Steve's. I'm sure he'll put the password in the show notes, right? Man.
No, I'm not gonna put my Netflix account up there for people to use. But if you don't have a Netflix account, you can probably find somebody who does.
Thank you guys for tuning in once again. I'm Rob.
And I'm Steve.
Thank you for tuning in to the ADHD podcast. We hope that you enjoyed our nonsense and whimsy. Please make sure to follow us on our social medias. Instagram at animateddysfunctionpod. Bluesky at adhdpodcast.bsky.social. X/Twitter at A_D_H_D_pod. Links in the show notes below. Make sure to check out our merch on TeePublic. Our store link is also in the show notes below. Thanks again for listening, and remember, keep this podcast weird. Intro and outro music brought to you by DJ Cutman. Find him on all available streaming platforms, and you can find him on Instagram and Twitter at VideoGameDJ.